Wardens Dark Conspiracy. Hired by a Renaissance fair called the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair. For a couple of years, I've done it for 2 years. Some of our other cast members and some of our crew have done it for 5-6 years since its inception. The fair that we do has a original storyline with original characters written for that fair, and it's never the same characters every year. So the storyline goes forward as the years progress. We decided to continue the storyline of last year in a web series, which is where Wardens came from. One of the main focuses of the series is 2 characters from that storyline that we brought back, specifically Drake and Genevieve. Drake was a warden, Genevieve was a mage. By the end of that story, Drake becomes the head warden, and Genevieve becomes the Archmagus. She's the head of the mages. We have an opportunity to show more of what happened to them, because they both got dumped into positions of authority without ever kind of earning it or really being trained for that position. It's like the new Star Trek, Kirk goes from cadet to captain. Drake had the same thing. He goes from the bottom to the top, and that's just thrust on him. And so these are 2 characters that are put in positions of power and they don't really know how to do that. They have no experience with those positions. We took some of the old characters and put them into the new storyline. One of those was Aranel, and we kind of get to show through her how those 2 storylines mix, because there's a time gap in between them. Aranel, we find her, she's dead. She drives the story forward in a sense of who killed her, why did she die, and that sets the events in motion. And then further as we get into the series, we see that she's more connected closely with what's happening in the series. She kind of lays the groundwork for everything that's happening in the series from the beginning when she's found up until the end when it's resolved.
Evelyn Haviday was Aranel's warden until Aranel retired, and then she decided that she was going to remain a warden. Being a warden is just kind of who she is. She's no nonsense. She doesn't let things stop her. She has a partially paralyzed left arm that it's just one more thing that drives her to go forward.
Ryana is the antagonist. She is an unseen creature. She is a little off, and you see that very clearly in the first few moments of actually seeing her in the film. Alon is a phoenix. He is one of my favorite characters actually to have created. He is a mage who is partnered with one of the wardens. They go and they investigate the death of Aranel.
Meredith is a warden. She's Alon's warden. She was rescued as a young child by Alon, and she was pretty much raised by him. She's a very aggressive warden. She tries to be very by the book and kind of feels that she can fight her way out of any situation.